Hi guys, I'm back again. In this week's episode, we'll be getting amongst a city with over 200 national monuments. Weesp! So sit back and get comfortable while I take you on a short journey through the most iconic places and hidden gems this city has to offer. We'll also explore the history, and I'll speak with some of the locals to check the vibe and hear what they have to say about living here. So without further delay, let's get amongst it! Whether you decide to take the train, bus, car or plane, you shouldn't have any problems when it comes to travelling to Weesp. Schiphol Airport is the closest airport and there is a good train connection that will get you safely to Weesp. So let's begin our journey at one of Weesp's main landmarks, the iconic Laurenskerk. The church was built between 1429 and 1462 as a late Gothic cruciform church. In 1577, the church passed into Protestant hands. Much of the church furniture was lost, but the Gothic choir screen was preserved. The large organ was built by the brothers Jonathan and Johann Martin Willem Bates in 1823. Also in close proximity to Laurenskerk is Museum Weesp. The museum is located in the magnificent town hall, dating back from 1776. Speaking of dating back from, let's get amongst the past! The name from Weesp derives from the old Latin word Vesopa. This name sits on top of the old cinema building. Weesp obtained city rights in 1355 and grew into a fortified town. The city received its own government, its own jurisdiction, and also the citizenship laws were introduced, which was necessary for residents who wanted to practice their own profession or business. Brewers from Amsterdam settled in Weesp due to the clean Vecht water. Geneva, beer, as well as cacao were the economic drivers for a long time. Between the 13th and 17th century, there was a castle near Weesp. The castle was located on the Vecht near the current fort by Uitmeer. It stood until the invasion of the French in 1672, when it was demolished down to its foundations. After the French siege in 1672, the defence of Weesp was significantly expanded with 4 bastions. In the 20th century, Weesp became a commuter town for nearby Amsterdam. Okay, so let's move on to some of the more iconic places to visit while you were here. Visit Museum Weesp. Museum Weesp is located on the second floor of the town hall. It highlights Weesp's historic ties to porcelain, cacao, and bicycles. The museum started in 1911 as an antiquity room within the town hall. Check out Molen de Vriendschap. Molen de Vriendschap has something to tell for everyone. Discover everything about the mill from the scaffolding to the wind vane. Also learn about the technology of this unique mill with its rich history. The Weesper Automaten cabinet is really full of surprises and is definitely worth a visit. The cabinet has a large collection of historical automata. The automata can be demonstrated and the visitor can set a number of machines in motion themselves. Take a day trip to Mauda and explore this ancient village with its rich history. The small streets of this medieval town were designed for horses and carriages and will make you feel like you've travelled back in time. The major attraction is the Mauda Slot. This medieval castle was built around 1285 and is a Rijksmuseum since 1878. Another cool thing to check out is the Westerbatterij. This is a smaller fort from the defence line of Amsterdam. Otherwise, you can just spend your time wandering the alleys of this sleepy village. Visit Torenfort aan de Ossenmarkt, which was built between 1859 and 1861. It is a building with thick walls around 9 metres high and a diameter of roughly 34 metres. The aim was to close off and defend the banks of the Vecht, the locks, and the Amsterdam Amersfoort Railway. The fort aan de Ossenmarkt is one of the last tower forts. At one point, the brickwork was no longer bomb-proof due to the arrival of the high explosive bomb. Check out the Van Houtenkerk. This church is also called Chocolate Church because it was built by order of a chocolate factory. Many annual events take place in the Van Houtenkerk, such as the Weesp Chamber Music Festival, the Weespers aan de Wand exhibition, the Antique Market, and the concerts of the Kroonkoor and the Erard Ensemble. There are so many things to see and do while you're here visiting Weesp. Saying that, I have also made an honourable list for the more popular attractions I have missed. Now let's check out some of the city's hidden gems. Located in a beautiful rural area of the Vecht, visit the Groene Griffioen. It is an organic, educational and cheese farm. You can also wander around the area and view the beautiful landscapes. Take the ferry to Fort Eiland Pampas. Here you can wander through the dark corridors of an extinct fortress and lose yourself in the past. It is part of the defence line of Amsterdam, which is an indigenous defence line around Amsterdam. This waterline is also on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Now let's get amongst the locals! So there we have it, my friends. For all you guys that stuck it out until the end of this video, I can't thank you enough. I really hope you enjoyed the content and learned something new along the way. If you're interested in being interviewed in your hometown, please send an email inquiry here. If the stars align and your town is on the list, hopefully that can be organized. Also, don't forget to head to the comments section and let me know what you thought of the video. Maybe I forgot to mention something super important that might be useful for others. For those of you that want to get amongst the donations and help this channel grow, please feel free to head on over to Buy Me a Coffee and get amongst that. All links and extra information about this video will be added to the description. Thanks again and see you guys on the next adventure. Tot ziens!